have so much fun. Oh yeah. Naughty girls have so much fun. Ooh, naughty girls. Naughty girls. Naughty girls. Oh yeah.
So the bass is quite simple. As you can see on the left here, I use all the white notes, and the white notes are A minor in this case. It can also be C major. The melody is 8 bars, and it's a repetition of the same phrase 3 times in the final phrase, which is different. So what's interesting about this phrase is that I added groove. So what I did was just writing the notes directly, and then I went to the groove pool by clicking here and selecting the groove that I wanted. I used the Logic 16 and MPC 8. It specifically made some notes longer, some notes shorter, and it gave a feel to the MIDI and the melody. So as you can see here, for example, this first phrase doesn't end up exactly on the 3. The last note of the phrase is here. So this means that all the other phrases as well are slightly off. So let's listen. Two of the notes that are supposed to be right on time, so the A here and the E here, which are like foundational notes in this phrase, are actually slightly off. And this, in my opinion, creates a groove. And then when you look at the other notes, you can see that their length are not fixed. So for example, this one is slightly off, etc. Here, for example, you have 2 notes that glide into each other, creating a smooth transition. Then we can look at the ending phrase. So we can understand that we're ending the melody, and in my opinion it's satisfying. So you're jumping between notes and leading to this end of phrase. So it's like a good story, you know, you want the end to finish something and to give a sense of satisfaction. It gives a feeling that this is over. It's really simple. I use a very nice preset from Serum, classic but more. So it's really a classic deep house type of bass. And the cool thing is that the sub is already here and it goes directly outside. So this means it doesn't go through the effects. You want to keep your sub as clean as possible, not add reverb, delays and stuff like that. You want to keep it 100% mono. I added another sound that would take care of the attack. So this is very basic layering, taking a sound that will fit with the initial sound and make the overall thing sound better. I chose something specifically to make sure it doesn't clash with my kick, and I don't want that sub to clash with the sub of my kick. Here you can see the bass line that's in audio, and you can see that my kick above is playing every 1/4. The sidechain created empty space and cut the audio so it lets the kick breathe, and just after you have the bass playing. This is the easiest way to balance your kick and your sub. Make sure both of them do not play at the same time. You can use volume shapers, sidechain and compressors, or you can simply make sure that the notes that you enter in your MIDI don't clash with the kick. So that's part of the songwriting. So for the vocals, there's nothing crazy really. It's a sample that comes from a sample pack. There's tons of ping pong delay and reverb. So the cool thing is that there's not many elements in this song. So I was able to go kind of crazy on the reverb and the ping pong. So there's no set rules, but basically the more elements you put in your track, the more you have to be careful in terms of effects, reverb, ping pong, etc. because the whole mix can get really crowded, and so you have sounds playing everywhere at the same time and clashing between each other. Whereas when you have a song with less tracks, each element has more space to breathe. Since there was so few elements, I still wanted to create a sense of space. No processing, nothing special, just some sidechaining. A hit wind sound that comes from the Kashmir pack, where I have a very strict cut on the lows with the EQ3, which is basically a sort of DJ type of EQ where you have very strict cuts. Then I'm using Backdoor, a preset from Echo, a stock plugin in Ableton Live. So as you can hear, the echo sound goes quite for a long time, and I still wanted to make sure it didn't clash with the kick. So I used a kick start here to make it sidechained and keep the whole mix a bit cleaner and let the other elements and the kick still cut through. I kept things again very simple because there's so few elements, I just needed a volume boost. So here I'm using the glue compressor, which is very good compressor stock from Ableton Live and actually created by Sidechaining. They make it loud here, and the gentle 2-bus. So what I do is just I go in the menu, take them, and then I simply adjust them here. And then go to the threshold and makeup and adjust to taste. So a simple way to measure loudness is with a plugin like Isotope Insight. So here you have the integrated LUFS. And here, without doing much mastering, I'm already at -10. I'd say maybe Deep House can go up to -6. And the closer you are to 0, the less dynamic there is. This is the proof that the less elements there are in the mix, the easier it is to mix and to get it loud. Thanks for watching. I hope this tutorial was useful. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment below. And the full project is also available for download in the description box. Peace.